So, welcome ladies and gentlemen to the Dynamic Billiard Italian Open. We're at the semi-final stage and we have a great match here, but first of all have a guest in the commentary box, one of the world's best final underway. Miesko already won a Euro Tour, but it was a little while ago. I made a couple of balls off the break, got a shot on the 2. Only thing, where the cue ball is going to be running away from the 3 ball.
Yeah, that looks a bit tricky. I don't know if you can hold it where he is pointing right now. Just play it with a little inside English.
He could there actually just use the orange 5 there as a little help. Just glide it in off of that.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Yeah, that's actually what I expected him to do, because everything else would have been like a gamble.
Right, gotcha. And there, just mentioning about Miesko, it was 2016 actually here in Italy when he won his first and only Euro Tour title.
Actually amazing what kind of player he is that he only won 1 Euro Tour so far.
Yeah,
but that shows how difficult it is to win a Euro Tour nowadays.
He has European Championships 10-ball titles, 2019 and 2021 as well. So, you know, there are a couple of gold medals in there, but Euro Tour, yeah, it is a surprise, only 1.
And here he missed, you know, it wasn't an easy 3 ball. But, you know, when it was not so difficult either. Especially in the first game, you try, you know, to win the first game, especially after winning the very sometimes crucial leg just by a hair.
Yeah.
In the alternate break format, you know, it might make a big difference, especially when I look back at the results yesterday. We had a lot of hill-hill matches, and then, you know, having the break at hill-hill is always very helpful.
Yeah, it's important the break there, especially at this level. You've really got to practice the break shot. Make sure you're the one breaking at hill-hill. It's almost, if you think about it, almost as good as having 1 rack on the board to a point.
Yeah.
You know?
So he's going for the combination here. There was not really an open pocket for the 6. It was either a combination onto the 9, which obviously looks easier than the combination 6 onto the 8. And trying to get in between those balls for shape in the side would have been just almost impossible, or way too risky.
Oh, wow. 1-0, Eklent Kaci. As Kaci breaks off now in rack number 2. Oh, well, that's an illegal break there. The 1 ball rattled the centre pocket jaws. Only the 4 and the 8 into the kitchen. Miesko can accept the table or give it back to Kaci, considering he can see the 1 ball. I don't think he's going to be giving this back at all.
Yeah, I doubt it too. Even though it's not easier to get position from the 1 to the 2. And I don't even think the 2 has an open pocket. But at least he could play a safety, you know, maybe stuck the cue ball behind the 5. But again, first of all, you need to make the 1.
Yeah.
And draw it over to the bottom. Well, now when we look at it, yeah, to the bottom rail, and, you know, either in between the 3 and the 9, or just in between the 6 and the 9. It's kind of hard to tell from here. Or you can just, you know, roll it onto the 9 and use the 9 as a blocker, but then you would have to play it very soft, and he's more of a aggressive, yeah, type of player, as we can see here.
Well, you know what, he might even have a little chance of that 2 to the centre. I don't know if that 5 ball is sticking its nose out a little bit too much.
even if there was a clear path for the side, I have my doubts because, and I think I've mentioned that very, very often before, if the angle is not or is less than going from the middle diamond on the bottom rail showing into this or towards the side pocket, you almost have no chance to put a ball in the side pocket.
The only reason I suggested that was because there was a great opportunity to try it. If it don't work, he's going to be behind that 5, and if it does work, he's got a shot on the 3. That was where I was going, but the angle is a little too tight.
I agree, but if he would hit the edge and it might come back, you might leave an easier kick opportunity.
Gotcha. There we have on the chat there, Mac Attack from New York City. Welcome. But he's rooting for Eklent Kaci, he says. No problem with that.
Yeah, I'm actually wondering which cue Miesko is playing with today.
Yeah.
Because as far as I know, he still hasn't gotten his cues.
No. He had the interview today with Luke Riches, and they talked about that, and Luke asked him, do you expect your cues to turn up? He says, only when I get home. You know, but not here. So, yeah, it will be interesting to find out whose cue. But you do have some of the Polish still here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Victor, of course, is still here, but I don't think he's going to loan his cue out just for a while. Just in case.
Because yesterday he was playing with a different cue. That's
okay.
What I realized now by the colors of the cue. So
right. So we'll try and find out whose cue is Miesko using.
And it obviously could also be a reason why he's, you know, sometimes missing a few shots that you normally don't see him missing.
Yeah.
Because every cue is still a little different than your own cue. It might be, you know, slightly different balance, might be deflection, slightly different. Oh, big mistake here. After Kaci made an intentional foul, tried to tie up the 3 with the other ball. You know, he gave Miesko ball in hand. And
oh, that's a foul.
Yeah. I think he didn't really use much time trying to... Oh, now he's getting the jump cue out, I guess.
Just getting that prepared.
I guess he could have used the jump, but it wasn't out of the case yet. So
yeah, and he's used his time out.
Yeah,
the extension, I mean.
Yeah.
So
that's probably why he went for a quick kick shot. And
yeah, should prepare all your equipment before you get to the table, before the match starts. But lesson learned, I'm sure.
And Eklent had a great comeback yesterday against Wojciech in the round of the last 16.
Yeah.
I mean, he was almost buried, you know, being down 7-1, and Wojciech had some chances. But he really made his way back with some great shots, and also a great combination shot that I watched while I was, you know, watching a few tables at the time.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I was commentating here at the time on the match here on the main table, and I was giving the score updates and everything, and there we see 7-1. And of course, this match was then finished, and afterwards I saw that Kaci come back.
Yep.
Miesko has got to stop the rock.
Good break. But not fortunate here.
A 2-ball hiding behind the 5. 3 balls off the break, and he hasn't got a shot on the object ball.
That's brutal, especially when the lowest ball is very close to the pocket. You don't even have many options, or maybe a option at all, to play a good push. You can only push probably to a better or to a jump. You know, I mean, from here you obviously can jump. You could try to kick the two rails down table. Yeah.
Yeah, just trying to get a bit of distance.
No, I don't think it was that bad. I don't know if Kaci sees enough of the 2 in order to, stick the cue ball behind the 9 and the 7, which is, tough enough because the cue ball is still quite close to the rail.
I think he might be able to see enough to take it on as well. It's very,
Yeah.
judging from these angles here in the commentary box, it's always dangerous. You can say that don't go on. It's like a bus goes through. So it's really risky. That's
Yeah, it looks like it will go, yeah.
oh, cue ball. Wow, that was risky.
That was actually fortunate. I mean, he just came right in between the 9 and the 7.
Yeah.
He played it that hard because he kind of expected to bump
A collision, yeah.
in either one of the balls, and made sure if he touches one that there's still enough power to get down table for the 5.
Somewhere out of there, yeah. He's left himself a tough 5 again. Makes it look easy, but where is the cue ball? It's good.
I guess he couldn't ask for a better position. And that's the good angle to stay down for the 7 ball. So I don't know if he's gonna go. Yeah, it looks like 2 rails, getting shape for the 8 ball into the side. Maybe not. Now he changed his mind. Yeah, but still played position for the same pocket. But got a little straight there.
Yeah, it's not high enough up the table to make it easy.
Well, just draw it back where the cue ball is right now, and then face a little tougher 9. Should be still okay.
Eklent Kaci has taken a 3-0 lead now over Miesko Fortunski. So did you steal Torsten's cue after that?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no. No, it's just funny because
Yeah.
he's using
Wow.
a different shaft than I am, obviously, and
Look at that 9 ball. It was close to going in.
yeah.
It was really close. 3 balls off the break. Almost made the 9.
The 4 ball just kicked it in,
Yeah.
and could be tricky. I don't know if he. Oh yeah, no, the angle is fine for the bank shot,
Yeah.
but still, obviously now you have to go for the bank.
And you have to make it
Yeah.
because otherwise cue ball's going to be up this end of the table. If you don't make it, the 3 could be in a position to make that combination. But if he makes a 3 with the bank, then he's going to have the 4 combination.
Yep. And it's almost a natural path for the cue ball to go 3 rails.
Always missed it. There's a chance for Miesko to get his first point on the board.
Yeah, he hit it very hard. He wanted to make sure to shorten it up a little bit, but the rails on a dynamic tables are usually playing a bit shorter to begin with.
And there, Miesko gets his first point on the board, trailing Eklent Kaci 3 games to 1. So, welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, these guys have found the sweet spot, but there's no reward after the break. Both of them making 3 balls off their breaks. But same as in the last rack. Nothing to go for.
I think he would probably thin the 2 and bring the cue ball down table towards the 3. Exactly like that, yeah. Nice shot.
He was just checking, did he get the full ball snooker? Does look like it. I'm not sure if Eklent can just see a slice of the 2. Difficult to tell from here in the commentary box.
Even if he could see a little bit, there's not really a good option to play a safety, you know. So you could try en masse and try to get underneath the 2, but I doubt it that you can hit it or that you can, you know, calculate the masse that well. So it's probably better to kick 2 rails.
You're going to try and get behind this 2 ball. Or, well, it's not too bad.
If that's what he wanted to do, then he played it almost perfect. Yeah.
And as a playing that way, there was also a chance of making the 2 as well.
Yep.
And wasn't far away, as we saw the replay there.
And by the speed he played it, I think that was exactly what he intended to do. Because otherwise, for a 2-rail kick shot, it was a little too soft, to be honest.
Yeah. So Miesko. Now, got a bit of thinking to do. Try and thin that 2, get it back down behind the 4. I didn't get the power on it or the accuracy.
Those shots are very difficult because you really have to thin the ball. I mean,
Yeah,
you just have to hit it by a hair, you know, in order to get enough speed on the cue ball and don't have the object ball move too much.
That's a good angle now for Eklent to get from the 2 to the 3.
Yeah, perfect speed. Yeah, just bring the cue ball 2 rails, basically center of the table. And you have a natural angle on the 5.
Yeah, and either side of that 5, whichever way, you're going to get the position for the 8, because the 8 goes in the same pocket as the 4.
But you basically want to stay on the right side of the 8, because then you have, you know, the cue ball on the better side to play the 9. So just 1 rail down. Yeah, just like this.
There's the birthday boy at the back there, Konrad Yusichin.
Oh, it's his birthday today?
Yeah.
Okay.
I told him we're leaving the bar bill in there for him later.
Maybe then I shouldn't mention that my birthday is tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, you still got time tonight, Ralph. Remember, midnight is tomorrow.
This one in the Slovenian Open was his worst, with just 33rd place.
Yeah, it's an unusual position for Eklent, but it can happen.
And then Miesko, he started off the year with a 33rd place.
Illegal break there, Ralph. After all the 3 balls going in, it's an illegal one.
But when you look, no, actually, the rec looked okay. Sometimes, you know, you can blame it on the referee, but I think this time we can't.
Big miss. But is he going to get lucky? Needs some legs if it's going to go. Oh,
No, he doesn't really seem to be in, I don't know, I should say winning mode, or he doesn't seem as focused as I've seen him in other events. Let's put it that way.
yeah. But yeah, you were talking about Miesko's results this year.
Yeah. Well, started off with a 33rd place in Lashko, then followed two 17 places in Treviso and St. Johann, and then a 5th place in Petrich, and another 17th place again in Lashko. So this is definitely his best showing in this year's Euro Tour.
Yeah, for some time. Yeah, this.
And without his own cues.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He might take this up as a habit. Leave him at home. Tell everyone that airlines lost it and borrow everyone's cue.
Yeah, if it was that easy, then then I guess Sunny's billiard supply would probably make a good business here.
Yeah, rent
when
a cue.
nobody brings his cues.
Rent a cue. There is still the issue with the 6 ball there, the 6 and 7. I'm not sure if they're in line for the combination. So he's going to have to think about that sooner rather than later.
But I think, you know, the distance between the two balls is quite enough to set up a nice combination. The only problem is you might lose the 6 ball, so it's a little harder to control the position thereafter.
Yeah, where it's going to end up
is
the problem with that.
Because, you know, I mean, if the 4 ball was in the position where the 5 is now, he could break up now and get shape. But with the 9 blocking the path, it would have been too risky in trying to, you know, break the 2 balls up, because you might have end in a safety position.
I mean, he drew that a little bit too far back. He's ended up quite straight on that 4. Shouldn't be a problem.
Just a little harder than he wanted it. And Eklent is quite good in playing combinations. As I said, I watched one yesterday which was very difficult. And he made a 9 ball, and both balls were like at least 2 diamonds away and not in a straight path. So
he's already made a good combination this morning as well. First rack, I think it was, Ralph.
Yep. But that was much easier than the one last night against Shevchik, where he was still down like 7-3 or 7-4.
Gotcha. Because I mean, today's one wasn't a give me. So if yesterday's more difficult, then we'll have to look at that on the replays. They're available at kazoom.com. Could the 6 ball go as well?
I don't think he won that.
No, but it's going to be coming in this direction.
Yeah, he played it perfect. Nice speed, good control over the 6 ball. And now just natural path, follow through 2 rails and get in the center of the table for the straight in 9 ball.
Kaci with a commanding lead. As Miesko Fortunski breaks off in rack number 7.
Another nice break. Does he have the pocket for the 2?
Well, he's walking a little bit slow. Yes, it does.
It's tight. I'm not sure if he actually has the pocket or not.
I think the 4 ball is the issue, what he's thinking about.
Two will win, but 3 is hanging on the opposite side.
Because that 4 ball doesn't go past the 8, so he's got to try and... Yeah. Need a little bit more pace there.
But it's very difficult when the ball is hanging in the pocket. It's so difficult to judge the speed.
Yeah. Sometimes you can bounce off of there. If you hit it a little too thin, you can bounce off of there
it's
and
very
lose
difficult,
it.
Yep.
I think that's what he was worried about.
If it's a little further out, it's much easier to control the cue ball.
I'm not sure what Anton is on about.
Well, I heard also the noise, but there's nothing we can do about it.
There's nothing here, no.
I heard it on my headphone as well, that there was a squeaky sound, but I don't know where it comes from.
Gotcha.
I mean, now it's gone actually.
Okay.
Now I don't hear it anymore. But it was there for a couple of minutes, yeah.
All right. Not sure where that can come from, because everything has stayed the same over the last few days. I think there's the gap.
Yep.
There is. Marta is just asking on the chat. It's a race to 9.
So he's gonna play that inside English or I don't know. That's a tough one. No. That was a wise choice, yeah.
Yeah, and a good shot as well. I think here Eklent has to get the jump stick. Kicking at it is limited to one side of the table. And with the 6 and 7.
But I don't really
Hanging
see
around.
something going on with the jump either here. I mean,
I
of
think
course.
it's more just to make sure of the contact there, I
Yeah.
think, and hope that you get a bit of distance or get a little bit of luck. Not really thin, that 4. He's left it now for Miesko.
Yeah, sometimes you just don't have an option. You know, you have the shot clock, and then you don't really have a good opportunity to play a safety. So it's
Yeah.
goes by shoot and hope. And even though I always feel like when I don't have a plan, I don't have a good outcome, no matter what.
There was Mario's match with Sanyin yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and there was perfect example of the shot clock, because there was a real... Mario played a push, and Sanyin could take it on, and it was really tight pass there. Wasn't sure on this, that, and the other. He gave it back, and Mario made it and cleared the rack.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that issue. If you didn't have the shot clock, he would have thought longer and probably took it on.
Yeah.
Because he'd used his extension, so he had to make the decision.
A quick decision, yeah.
You know, and it was really tight, you know, looking, and yeah, and the shot clock got him. And Miesko will be happy to see this 9-ball drop. Gets his second point on the board, now trailing 2.
Oh,
You know, and then I saw Miesko, I thought, oh, okay.
that's another thing,
Yeah.
It's kind of almost hard to find a player nowadays that is not tattooed.
Yeah. Well, Miesko, Eklent having a good break there. But the 3-ball, which is the next object ball, just run away. 1 and 2 drops.
Yeah, those are winning shots here. Long shot, you need to have the cue ball travel around if you're going for the offensive. And those shots basically could win you matches.
Yeah.
Because the table is more or less wide open.
Oh, look at the cue ball. He's going to be in trouble, is he? He's got an opening.
Here's another tester.
Yeah, that's good. He bumped into the 6 and not slipped behind it.
I actually thought he's gonna put in a little draw, you know, to avoid going down to the 6 and 7.
Yeah.
But that would have made the 3 ball tougher again.
That was a good shot. Tougher than what it looked.
Absolutely, yeah. But I think, you know, him playing snooker for a while helped a lot, you know, to get these shots a little more, I'm not saying easier, but he definitely feels more comfortable on these shots.
Snooker, obviously, bigger table. You've got to play a lot more longer shots.
Yeah.
So it can help. But it's not wise to play a game of snooker before you come to a pool tournament. Should play a little bit of pool. Don't think that you play on a snooker table because it's bigger. You come here and it's going to be easy. It doesn't quite work like that.
No, it's only, you know, you have bigger distances and smaller pockets, so, you know, your potting ability, you know, you could practice
Improves, yeah.
or improves, but other than that, feeling of the table, of the cloth and everything, you can only get that if you play on the proper equipment.
Yeah. Kaci now with a 6-2 lead. 2/3 of the way there. Race to 9 this match. Over on the TV stations, of course. We don't have the commercials here, but we have to still stop for 4 minutes. And the players get a chance to grab some fresh air.
Again, successful break, but no open shot on a 2 ball.
Yeah, one dropping in the center. And the 5, I think, has stopped even the possible banking.
Yeah.
We're going to have to send 2 ball up top of the table behind the 6.
I'm not sure if the path is blocked completely. Well, I guess it is. He's already has the jump cue in his hands.
Making contact.
Just thin it in and play shape for the 3 also on the side. Or bump into it, yeah. Now he definitely looks like being in a better rhythm. And who knows, maybe that break now could you know, help him, or help actually that Eklent, you know, Eklent's run is a little bit leading 6 racks to 3, breaking. Nice break. Made 2 balls. And has a nice shot on the 2 ball. And the rest of the outlay is also quite nice. Without jinxing anyone, but that should be rack number 7.
You worried about the commentator's curse, Ralph? I actually, in the Sun Yin and Mario's game yesterday, I was complimenting them about their breaks, how well they were breaking, and then the next break, dry or illegal, one out of 2. And it's like, wow.
It happens so often, it's it's unbelievable, really.
It's just canny how it just happens when you compliment them, you know, and they were breaking really well. I mean, I said that Sun Yin had found the sweet spot and everything, and next one, goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
But it's also interesting. I mean, I watched some of both of their matches yesterday after I, you know, got knocked out, and actually both players should have been out of the event already. That's the strange part.
Yeah, I mean, Eklent we know because he was trailing 7-1, but what about Miesko?
Well, he was down in the round of the last 16 against Roman Hübler, and Hübler had twice match ball.
Oh, wow.
He was up 8-7, he missed a 9 ball, after Miesko missed quite an easy 9 ball. And then on Hill he got another chance, and Miesko missed, I believe, the 8. So Roman had a straight in 8, just had to draw it back like 2 diamonds, played a stop shot, went then for the bank shot on the 9, missed that as well.
Oh.
But left him still quite difficult, and Miesko made the long bank shot on the 9 to win the match.
To win the match, yeah. So fortunate.
Yeah, so both actually could have been, maybe should have been out.
Right. Yeah, you got to ride your luck when it's there. Eklent now, and take this 9 ball for a 7-3 lead. Seven, 3. He's probably being evaluated here, but don't tell him.
Yeah.
The head referee is actually probably watching.
Okay.
So they evaluate the referees. That's a dry break from Miesko. Fortunately, the cue ball is very close to the 1. So he's not really giving Eklent a chance to attack this.
Also looks tricky to play a good safety here. Maybe you can stick it, you know, close to the 8 and bring the cue ball behind the 9.
And that's what he's going to try and do. Well, it was a good effort from where it was, but I think Miesko can see the 1 ball.
Question is he gonna attack and try to make the 1, because the cue ball is gonna run into the 4. I don't know if he
he did. He run into the 4 and 6. Still got a shot on the 2, but it's really tough, and that free ball is partly blocking the obvious pocket.
Yeah, so that was one of those shoot and hope a little bit, because you couldn't really figure out where the cue ball would go 100%. And good idea. Not sure if he is lucky with the outcome. 'Cause if Eklent sees enough of the 2, he could go for the combination again. But
He's
it's
played a few of those
yeah.
today.
But it's
Or a
hard to
couple.
see from here if he actually sees enough of the 2.
He'd really sort of need to see like the full ball of
Yep.
the 2 if he can take that on. Just trying to hide the cue ball behind the 9, but it bumps into the 9. Miesko can see the 2 ball.
But again, it's not a gimmick, so he's gonna kick, try to stick the cue ball there, bring the 2 ball down table, but then, you know, it gets maybe towards the 9, could be tricky as well. Nice shot.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
That's a little unlucky here.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know, is he trying maybe to bank the 9? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, does he get
Is
away
it
with
gonna?
it?
Is it going? It is. Miesko Fortunski gets a little bit fortunate. Going to be the first one. Eklent Kaci breaking off rack 12 with a 7-4 advantage.
Uh-oh, watch. Ooh,
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah, 9 ball was travelling towards a pocket.
Actually, I don't think it would have went in. Maybe.
Without
it's
that
hard
kiss.
to tell.
Yeah, without the kiss on the 6. He's made the 1 ball. And that 2 ball for the centre is tough.
But if he makes it, then he has quite an easy 3 ball, and then the combination 4-9.
Yeah, 4-9 he's looking at.
So I guess the winning ball here is the 2 in the side. And, you know, try to get straight onto the 3 or not too much angle. He got a little more angle than he wanted to.
Yeah, I think he was just playing that rather than rolling. I don't
Yeah.
think he really trusted the roll. So
Yeah.
he just wanted to play it, and therefore a little bit of pace. comes with it.
Oh, so he's actually playing shape. So
Yeah. I think with that position he had on the 3 there, changed his outcome, or changed the outcome of this pattern.
But he still could have played it, you know, with inside English. Try to keep the cue ball on the other side
Yeah.
for a quick finish. But again, you know, if you don't feel comfortable, and you might risk missing the 3 ball, just to, you know, try to end the game quicker than you have to, because even with this, it's quite an easy run out, because you're gonna see like almost 4 stop shots now. It's like a nice road map, what we used to call it. Which means Miesko really needs a wonder.
Kaci with his 8 or 9 will be on the hill. And he does. Eklent Kaci on the hill now, leading Miesko Fortunski.
He's a predator player, so he, you know, the equipment is not so different.
Okay.
I mean, there might be, you know, small margins, but
Yeah, a few of the players here with Predator equipment, so you could quickly borrow something from somewhere.
as I said, it might be the weight, the balance point, that it could be, you know, slightly different. And as far as I know, he's always using the Revo shaft, so, and the configuration of the shaft is always the same. When you are using your wooden shaft, you know, it could be slimmer.
Yeah.
The weight difference could be a little more, you know, if you have, I don't know, worked on your shaft and maybe have it trimmed down like I do, for example. For me, it's a lot harder to borrow someone's cue.
Okay. So because yours is trimmed down a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't play with the standard width.
Miesko playing a good safety shot there. Really married that cue ball to the 5. Eklent's going to have to kick at this going up table.
Yeah, looks like a 2-rail kick. It's difficult no matter what. 'Cause it looks like a 3-rail kick.
Yeah. Going to squeeze it past the 4.
4 rails even.
And Miesko now with ball in hand.
Yeah, if you play a good safety and freeze the cue ball to an object ball, that makes it a lot tougher. First of all, you take usually the 1-rail kick shot
Yeah, the easy escape is
out, and then, you know, when it's on the opposites, or when the object ball is in the middle of the table, you have a hard time cueing over that ball too.
right.
So that takes usually out at least one other option. So that's definitely the most effective safety you could play.
Yeah. Yeah, marry the cue ball up to another object ball. Eliminates a lot of possibilities for the opponent. Christian Dingler just joined us on the chat. Good afternoon to you.
So we have one guy on the chat says that he usually uses a 3-14-3.
Okay.
Okay. No, I thought he was always playing with the Revo, but I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know what cues each one's playing. It's changing around so much.
Yeah.
You'd have to have a profile from before they start. Okay, which cue do you have today? But then again, you ask Miesko, he said, I don't know. Because he don't know who he can borrow. So
Yeah.
that will be out the window as Miesko gets his 5th rack, and we're going to go for a 2-minute commercial break. So stay with us, and we'll be back very, very shortly. TV stations are showing the commercials.
So we are back in rack 14. Eklent with another nice break. Made 2 balls. Not sure if he has a clear 3 ball there.
Yeah, it's tough to tell from here. I think he can, you know, Ralph.
Yeah, now it looks definitely better.
Held it well to send that 4 up to the opposite corner. Just got to get out of there though, because the orange 5. He's waiting up top.
Yeah, I think he has a little more angle than he wanted to. But it still looks alright, you know, to get in between the 6 and the 7 and play position for the 6 in the side. I don't think he's going to play it so soft to play the 6 in the corner.
There's the cue ball going though. He's all right, just bumped into the 9, held position for the 6. 4 balls to book his place in tonight's final. Second semi-final will be starting around 5:30, not before. And you'll see Mario He from Austria taking on Poland's Viktor Zielinski. And there, if Eklent makes these 3, he'll find out who he's going to face in that final. I wonder who he would prefer. I don't think it really matters to him.
Yeah, I doubt it. I mean, I don't know who he lose to.
Yeah, that's the thing. Who is your bogeyman, you know?
Because he already lost 4 finals in the Euro Tour.
5 now.
5
I think
already?
it is. I think
I
so.
thought it was only 4, but maybe you're right.
Yeah, he's lost 4 times and he's won twice. So 6 finals. It's not a good ratio for his level, but this 9 ball will put him into tonight's final. At the expense of Poland's Miesko Fortunski. There you have Albania's Eklent Kaci into tonight's final. Well, thanks for being with us. I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to shortly cut the stream, but we're going to come back again in about 10 minutes with the second semi-final. Mario He is up against Viktor Zielinski. You're going to join us again, Ralph?
Yes, absolutely. I'll
Cool.
be back at 5:30.
That's great. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being with us, and see you all again soon. Bye-bye for now.
All right, bye-bye.